Alright, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and continue on from right here, since all I need to do is create a character. And some of you may already know about this, but if you save Turum and you type in his name and hit enter, this happens. Single character starts. Kind of interesting. Same thing still. Talking about the 4 people being knocked into there. All that kind of stuff. Nothing new to see. However, once we get down into here, something a little bit different happens. Look at that! It's Turum! We get to see Turum for the first time. This is exactly what he looks like. He's got some pretty good health, nice energy, a little bit of protection and evasion to start out. He's level 1 when he got into this place, so it's not like he was particularly strong when he came down here, but it was only him, just Turum. So that is pretty impressive that this one guy managed to get down so far. But he's got some traits that we knew about, like tough and skilled. Those things are they're normal traits, but Thunderstruck is a little bit different. It's something that we did not have. You are fast, very fast. So this skill right here makes Turum extremely fast. You might notice that I'm moving around at a crazy fast speed right now. Yeah, Turum is blazing fast, so he can get past monsters and stuff. So I don't know if he actually fought monsters directly or if he just zipped around them to get down as far as he got. I have no idea. Anyway, Turum's a little bit different from a regular fighter. He's got magic spells. He's got earth magic, fire magic. He's got some spellcraft. He's also got some armor here, some axes, some swords. So he's basically a battle mage. Pretty interesting thing. But he's a ranger class, which is not something that we can get in the normal game. So yeah, this is Turum here. Pretty fast guy. Pretty interesting starting character. I don't know that I would want to go through the entire game with a single character, because that seems like it would be a very difficult thing to do, just in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe someone really wants to brutalize themselves and go through the entire game with Turum. I have no idea. But me, I don't know. I don't see myself wanting to head through the entire game as Turum. Sounds very difficult to me. Pain in the ass kind of difficult. Maybe you like it. I don't know. Not for me, really. But nifty little thing. You cannot do this normally unless you have saved Turum. So basically, if you try to type in Turum and hit enter normally, you won't get anything out of it. He will not exist at the time. Turum also seems to hit a little bit faster, in my opinion, and perhaps he feels a little bit more accurate, because he seems to hit almost every single time that you try to hit with him. But definitely starting out, he's no major warrior, and it's going to take him quite a long time just to bash down a snail. So I'm gonna go ahead and end here with Turum. I don't know if I'm going to do what I'm thinking about doing, which would be to go down through the dungeon, and get the other spell classes so I can show those off. I don't know if I want to do that or not. It might be something that I do, but I'm not so sure about that right now. If I decide not to do that, then this could be it, and I'll see y'all later. If this is not it, you'll be sure to see that on the end of this video, right after this Turum thing here. So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now, everyone. Alright, so I was a bit cheap. You might notice I have 492 skill points out of nowhere. Yeah, I belong to a site that gave me a trainer so that I could just display this stuff for you, because honestly I really wanted to show off each of the spells that are possible in this game, but it wasn't really possible for me to do that without you know, spending a lot of time on this game, and I didn't want to spend that much time on this game, so instead we're just going to do it this way, which makes this oh so much easier to do. The first thing that we're going to start off with is doing air magic. So the first thing that you get from this is going to be the shock spell, which is just this little button here. So there's our nice little shock. You can also enchant lightning arrows with it, which, if I recall correctly, is going to be this. But I do not have any arrows or quarrels or anything like that, so I can't really show that off. Lightning bolt is going to be this thing here. I suppose I could technically at least discover the spell by doing this, but as you can see, I need to have the arrows or quarrels. I can't do that. Also, part of the class of air is the ability to become invisible, which is kind of an interesting spell. This basically allows you to sneak around the dungeon without being seen by other critters, but on top of being invisible, you need to remove your torch. Otherwise, that torch can actually make you be seen in the dungeon, which is not the best thing if you're trying to escape from the critters down here. And then finally, we have a lightning shield to protect ourselves, well, a shock shield, to protect ourselves from any sort of lightning attacks. Now, the shock shield is not a big deal because there's not that many things down in the depths that are going to be shocking you. Honestly, I would say that fire and poison are more of a threat than shock is ever going to be, which is why I went poison when I went through this Let's Play. So let's go ahead and look at fire magic next. I also should probably throw some stuff into spellcraft just so I have plenty of energy to do this. And then things will work out a little bit better for me. And then on top of that, spell costs are going to be reduced by having it all the way up there. Now, getting spellcraft all the way up here is not exactly the best thing to do, because your mage is going to be pretty useless for most of the game if you're just focusing on spellcraft. So this is a fairly useless tree. Now, also consider the fact that there is a maximum of 50 levels that you can possibly get, and we're only level 13 by the end of the game. Level 13 to 14. It's pretty hard to max out your levels in this game because you need insane amounts of experience once you get to a certain level in this game. So it can definitely be very hard to try and branch out into a whole bunch of different areas instead of trying to master one. But yeah, you know, it's how you want to go about it. I prefer to master earth magic. That's just my thing, because there's lots of poison stuff down here, and poison tends to hurt pretty much everything down here, and I really like the cloud. So yeah, that's just me. I'm sure a lot of other people enjoy other things. Anyway, let's get to fire magic here, and obviously we have been using this one throughout the entire game, which is the fire burst spell. So that is nothing new. However, there is the enchant fire arrow. I think I might have actually discovered this at some points. Apparently not, but I don't have any arrows or corals once again, so I can't enchant any fire arrows, so whatever. Fireball is going to be this. It's a little bit harder than many of the others to cast, just because you're going to be using 3 for Fireball instead of just one thing, so kind of a bit of an iffy spell class, but it is also the very strongest spell that you can possibly get, so, you know, it's in and out there, whatever you want to go for it. And fireballs are pretty massive, so you can definitely tell that this thing is going to do a lot of damage against whatever it hits, especially if you're at the maximum for this spell class. It's just going to do a whole lot of damage. And then finally we have the fire shield, which is much like the other shields that we have experienced before. Just that, and there's your nice little fire shield. Get the little fire-esque looking thing around your character. Nice and cool there. And then I'll go ahead and do this ice magic last. Gotta end with something frosty, because it suits me quite well. But yeah, if I was cheating, this guy would be extremely powerful right now. And there would be nothing that could stand up against this guy for the most part, as long as I use the proper spell to attack. I could also get a whole bunch of evasion, protection, health, all that kind of stuff from the staff defense. I don't see this as being something particularly helpful as a mage, because mages honestly don't do any particular kind of melee attacks for the most part, and this is more if I'm going to put my guy at the front line rather than having him at the back line, because this is almost like armoring up, but we want to make sure that our mage doesn't get hit, so this last one doesn't really seem like a useful skill tree to me. Maybe you like it, I don't. That's just me. Maybe I'm weird. But anyway, we'll go ahead and check out the first thing for spells here. Unlike many of the others, which are just one thing, so we can have the one for earth, we have the one for fire, and we have the one for shock. The first thing for ice actually requires you to use 2 runes, which is going to be ice and earth, because it's going to be going along the earth. So you may remember this particular spell-looking thing from the Goromorgs, who were casting that at me over and over again and pissing me off with it. So that is it right there. It's the ice shards. To enchant ice arrows is going to be this little thing right here. So there's our nice little frost arrow spell, which obviously once again useless. Frostbolt right here, nice spell. This will actually freeze enemies that are coming at you. So a very helpful spell, because you can stop enemies from coming at you. Now, if you think about this, I'm pretty sure there's only one monster in the entire place that uses ice, which is going to be the Goromorgs. So having an ice shield is pretty silly. There's no real reason to have this at all down in this dungeon. Now, if they do some kind of expansion that's going to actually have some ice monsters in it, then this could come in handy. But as it stands, this is not a good spell line. for shielding yourself. It's not going to help you out whatsoever. So with the ice line here, I recommend at the furthest probably going up to 13 with it, just so that you can have Frostbolt, and that way you can basically hit them with the Frostbolt to freeze them and then finish them off with something else like poison, a fireball, something like that. Any further with the Frost spell line is kind of unnecessary. However, with all of these, our guy right here is completely resistant to every single thing that could possibly be thrown at him in the way of elemental attacks. So probably a Goromorg would not do any damage to him, which would be interesting to see him try to solo a Goromorg. I don't know if that would work or not, but it would be interesting to see. So yeah, I cheated a little to show this, but I really felt that it was a necessary evil to be able to see each one of these spells. I think it's something that would be nice for everyone to at least know about. Maybe not the most legal or logical way to show it, but it's certainly a way to do it. And I don't think there's any monsters around here right now, because I reset this back to before we actually did anything with the cube. You know what? I'm gonna go find a monster at the very least to show you what the Frost Bolt does, since we haven't seen any freezing going on. I might have to travel all the way back to level 6, which is gonna suck, but I'll see you there in a bit. Alright, so I decided to cheat and give everyone else max skills, just so that I can walk around completely invulnerable while I'm showing off stuff. So if you wonder why it says level up for every single person, there you go. I also hear a Dr. Zoidberg, so he is a perfect test subject to show this on. It's actually a lot easier to get up through the dungeon than it is to go down through it. And Dr. Zoidberg did not get frozen for whatever reason. Well, I cannot tell you why that did not work that way. I was trying to show it off, but it did not quite work out that way. I really wanted to show the freezing parts. I might have to do it against like a guardian, you know, someone that's actually weak to frost. So there should be some guardians around here. There we go. A couple of them. No, that didn't actually freeze him. Let's see, does this freeze him? Nope. For whatever reason, that does not freeze him. I know frost bombs will do it, but I could have sworn that you could have frozen him that way with that spell. Oh, there we go. I guess it is something that doesn't always happen. He's frozen like halfway in between. Every time that I've actually used it, which has not been very much, it has always frozen something. So this is the first time that I've seen it not freeze immediately, which is probably because these guys are higher class villains or monsters or whatever. So I did not know why that was not freezing like that. I was like, did I forget something? But no. The only thing that I forgot is it's apparently based on a dice roll of some sort, if they get frozen or not. But that is pretty neat when they do get frozen. Pretty cool to see. Pretty cool to see. But anyway, I hope you all have enjoyed this Let's Play, even though I cheated to show you the rest of it. Yeah, you know, sometimes you gotta do a little bit of cheating just to show things in action. it would be no fun if I didn't show everything. In fact, I think I'll go ahead and shoot one of these off to end us off. There might be a guardian over here. If not, I'll go to the Caves of the Undying and fire something off over there. Yeah, I don't see anything. But, you know, it's fun to be able to see everything that you can possibly see in a game. I really enjoy uncovering things. So I'm happy that I managed to uncover every single secret. I thought while I was doing the Let's Play there was totally something I was going to overlook on the way down, but somehow I managed to get through everything without missing a beat, which is quite surprising. I thought that I was going to miss something, to be honest. But it didn't happen that way. It was good. It was good that it happened the way it did. So I hope you've all enjoyed. And we'll end this off with one last bolt fire. If I can find some of the undead, I'll even kill a snail if I have to. But at the very least, let's show off what these bolts can do. Oh, missed. So you'll note that these things are really epic, and you can actually shoot 2 at a time when you get high enough in the missile weapons, which I think is really cool. That probably would make you pretty deadly against pretty much anything down in the dungeon. So I figured I should at least show that off. An assassination, their final thing in the tree here for assassination, Master Assassin, is basically just a strike that's going to kill anything. As far as I know, I have rarely ever seen it happen. It's a very, very rare shot to see. But anyway, I will see y'all later. Hope you've enjoyed this Let's Play, and we'll be doing more Let's Plays in the future. Bye for now, everyone. Coming back for just a second to revise what I said, because I don't know why the hell I said it the way I did. I was talking about the Death Strike was kind of a rare thing to see. I don't know why I was saying Master Assassin was a rare thing to see. That's actually not rare at all. That basically means that when you attack any creature from the back except for one specific creature in the dungeon, it assassinates them. So there you go. That is what that does. In fact, I will try to show it off with something that actually says assassinate it. I don't know what the hell I was talking about. I was just not all here, apparently. There you go. Assassinate it. So anyway, that is what being a Master Assassin does. It does not work against wardens, and that is the only creature that cannot be assassinated. Everything else, though, can be assassinated. That includes the Goromorgs. The Goromorgs. So it is a very dangerous attack if you can manage to get behind whatever creature you're working against. So nice attack, very nice attack. The one that is rare is actually the daggers one, the Death Strike. But as soon as you hit with that Death Strike, that will normally kill pretty much anything that you're up against. Really good attack, but very rare. That is the one that's rare. I don't know why I was saying that the Assassin one was rare. I was just being silly. Anyway, now this Let's Play is over. See you later.